Jarvis, tell the people at home why my fit goes so hard. Right away, sir. Playing fitcheck.exe. This skin is actually from the comics, and I should probably go into that because I see people online not knowing the origin of this armor that Tony has. So when Null invaded Earth and was kicking everybody's ass, he ended up separating Eddie Brock from the Venom symbiote and dropped him from a building Spider-Man 2 style. After that, funny enough, Spidey finds him and takes him to try and cling to whatever life he probably has left in him. Thankfully, Tony's there, and being the genius he is, he has the idea that if he can separate a symbiote from Null's control and bond it with Eddie, he can use it to heal himself and go back to being Venom and have a fighting chance against Null. So he goes out and gets eaten by a symbiote dragon. And he injects it with Extremis. What's Extremis? Well, I'm glad you asked. Extremis, in the most simplest terms that I can describe it, is a techno-organic virus that uses nanotech to go into the body and alter and manipulate the genetic composition of an organism and change it fundamentally. Did that make sense? I sure hope it did, because Tony injects this thing with this stuff to get rid of its connection to Null. And due to the symbiote's nature, it bonds with Tony and his armor. But since he injected this thing with Extremis, instead of Tony getting a whole new voice in his head that's probably not Jarvis, he basically made a symbiote armor that he's in full control of. And that's the Extrembiote armor. And now we can talk about the actual design. Tony's Extrembiote armor is really good. It takes the concept of the Extrembiote armor and expands on it in a really smart and good way. It's a very clunky look, but that's kind of a point. Both the Iron Man suit and the symbiote give a very slick and clean look, but since this suit has Extremis in it, it becomes this very messy look, giving the motif of, say, a bundle of wires, which is really cool. But the suit also does things that's unique for the look too, like the Extremis being, well, extreme. With large shoulders and a Hulk-sized arm, it adds to the overall look and feel of the skin. It also has half of Tony's face exposed, which, like a lot of skins, is just a cool thing, but another smart detail is that they put the white symbiote spiral on his forehead, which shows that this symbiote was under Null's control but now has no master. There's not much need to talk about the suit itself because of the fact that in both Rivals and the comics, the symbiote part is sort of just bonded to the last armor that Tony was wearing. So in King in Black, it was this suit, and in Rivals, it was this suit. So when the symbiote and Extremis bonded with Tony and his suit, it didn't make a whole new suit, and instead just added a whole new layer of armor to him, basically. Anywho, I do have one complaint though with this skin, and that's with the way the Extremis is sort of colored and textured, because it almost looks like Groot, to be honest, even though in actuality it's just this gold color. But that's it, really. Overall, I think Tony's Extrembiote armor is a very welcome skin that looks good and takes the original look of it from the comics and expands on it in a whole new great light.